Hello, everybody. Joe Baggy Donuts here, and welcome back for potentially, the last episode of Full Metal Demon Muramasa Nemesis route. So, yeah, big, a big fight and hanky panky last time that I had to end up cutting out. You know, they're always like 25 to 20 minutes every single time. I'm looking at them in the folder. Not right now, but it was when I was uploading the certain content to a different site that was in the not the comments, the description of the last video. But just something I noticed. Decent pacing on them to end them soon, so that way I don't have to read them. But yeah, I probably should have recorded this episode earlier this morning when I was still up from the day before, but that didn't happen. I made the mistake. I walked over to my fridge and was just, drinking milk out of the carton because I'm the fucking animal and it's my own house and I can do what I want. But then I also had the pantry open and I'm like, oh, I got some honey and allspice in there. And then proceeded to make like a giant fucking glass of like hot honey and milk and allspice. And I drank that and immediately went, okay, it's time to go to bed. Like I had a pot of coffee, brewing at the time. I'm like, yeah, I'll just have this and then, let it sit and then I'll go get my coffee and then I'll record. But like 5 minutes after I drank it, I'm just like, that's not fucking happening. And yeah. Ugh. Tonight's the night I go back into work for my week straight of fucking 12-hour shifts, full 7 days. Who doesn't love working 84 hours a week? At least I think that's how that math pans out. Yeah. It's gonna suck. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. So, there might be a bit of a gap between this episode and the next, depending on if we finish the Nemesis route tonight, or if I have to make it a two-parter. It might affect my recording schedule, if I am exhausted and fucking worked to the bone and just don't have the energy to record. It doesn't help that, man, I'm just like fucking full of meat and I'm tired. Dude, those little fucking mini steaks that I got for like $7 for 6. Dude, unreal. Unreal value. It's like every meal, it's like, oh yeah, I'll have one. It's like, and then I'll mix it up. I got these like little bison meat hot dogs that I've been cooking to like, you know, space out when I have the steaks. I'm like, that's a lot of red meat. It's heavy. It's making me slow and lethargic, affecting my brain computation. So if I'm not able to formulate completed sentences or come to coherent, well thought out, thoughts. That's why. It's not because I'm an incompetent buffoon. It's because I'm currently going into like hibernation mode right now, and speaking and being awake and alive is hard. But yeah, enough dilly dallying, I guess. What are we fighting for? To fucking kill? Yes, to kill this enemy. Hate him. Hate with all your might. He killed your father. Cling to that hate. It'll give you the strength to do what you must. It is all you need. All that you are. You are a killer, nothing more. And there is only one way for a killer to save the life of Otorikaine. Something outside Kaine's experience is happening, but though she has never witnessed it before, she knows. This attack will destroy her. Words of a mantra rise from my throat, the keys to unlock my deadliest curse. Here, at last, I have returned to my path. Not the path of the righteous. That I left long ago, and its laws would not serve me here. A kill her. To kill is my way, and that is what I will do. Kill. Fear not the law of balance. Though next my sword will surely demand the head of my savior, my goddess, I have faith in the power of her vengeance. She is the truest lord I have ever known, fairest judge, and the most merciless executioner. My teeth were like, I mean like my gum, not my gums, fuck. The flaps on your mouth, your lips, that's what they are. Like sticking in my teeth, and I couldn't enunciate my words there. That was weird. I'm gonna blame it on the coffee. Merciless executioner. I know that her malice will prevail against me. And so, with that faith in my heart, I will strike and claim my vengeance. Death to life. Did we get him?
Muramasa. 敵情はどうだ?
まだ落ちてない。光線能力残存の様子。
Well, that's not good. Those eyes. Is even the lightning too slow to shake their grasps? By a hair's breadth, my enemy has escaped a fatal blow.
けれど被害は甚大。あのままならもう放っておいても。
落ちるか。バカ、そんな相手ではない。
え？
あの敵機は俺を殺すまで時期の敗北など認めない。
And even if he falls,
たとえ墜落がもはや不可避であろうと、最後の瞬間まで俺を狙うぞ。
well, I'm glad you've come to a strong understanding of this man, you know, through your one bout with them.
だから。
I mean, not that you're wrong, but finish him.
見ろ。
おっ。
Seem to be having trouble maintaining altitude there, bud. The Avatar of Vengeance, heartless vessel of the dead, cackles with unrestrained joy. That strike just now nearly split her in two. The slightest touch and her body will crumble. But now, the maiden and the monster knows that he returns her feelings. His hatred in hers, his bloodlust in hers. Truly are bound by the purest of threads. Here in this sky, there is only revenge. Such beauty, such freedom. The world is complete, a perfect circle empty but for them. Them and the law of vengeance. My cracked wings screech and protest as I force them to carry me onward. The enemy is there, also struggling to fly. Will I reach him before he's prepared? The question means nothing. No matter what comes, my purpose is the same. To kill.
レールガンは可能か。
もう無理よ。熱量が足りない。
ならばアクセルは。
短時間なら。けれど。
よし。
Yep, that's all we need. I interpret Muramasa's warning. I've heard what I need to know. All that's left is to finish this. It's kind of goofy when they just, vertically take off, but I'll just ignore that. It does not take long for Kaine to realize that she has no strength to spare. How can she meet her enemy's charge when she can barely stay aloft? Perhaps this is it. The end. Defeat. Perhaps that is not to be feared. She will die. Kageaki will live.
それでもいい。
So be it. This is her final choice. What is her course at the end? Yeah, kill! Obviously. She fucking seashells by the seashore, she shuts down her engine, folds up her wings, surrenders herself to the pull of the earth. 100 million Otorikaines would have surely done the same. For now, she has the power she needs.
The paradox of Teanapo.
She makes ready to kill. What else but to kill? That is her purpose, to avenge the wrathful slain. What little heat remains in her blood belongs to them, not her. And so she will use it. Not to live, but to kill. When I see my enemy abandon flight, my blood goes cold. He is coming for me. With the last of his strength, he will swat me from the sky, his own death assured, whether he succeeds or fails. It's madness. I would expect no less.
リニアアクセルグラビティアクセル
Without a moment's pause, I engage my own shinogi, summoning the elemental forces of nature to grant me impossible speed. The air falls away. Sound shatters to silence. Not even the fastest racing cruxes could hope to catch me now. Nothing in this world could. And yet...
振り切れていない
Are his eyes not of this world? Feel them tracking me, hooks buried in my flesh. I was right. Escape is impossible. If I'd run, he'd have shot me down, no matter the angle or distance. But, flee or fight, it's all the same. He has me in his sights, and his arrow cannot miss. I know what I saw. That arrow changed course, always on target no matter where I flew. I don't know how the arrow was guided. I suspect the pilot has control, but that's just speculation. The only thing I know is that there's no way to evade. My only hope was to shake the pilot's aim, but if reaching even this speed isn't enough, then that hope too I must abandon. What else? Is there another way to avoid the arrow or escape his sight? Perhaps, but I will never find it. I know too little about my enemy's power. To understand it completely from that single encounter would take more insight than I possess. So be it. The enemy will get his shot, and that shot will find its mark. What I need is to determine how to kill him anyway. It's coming. My time is woefully short, a single breath or less. With the precious instant remaining, I must answer the ultimate challenge. Yaburai, the art of deflecting an arrow in flight. It is the stuff of legends, achievable by only the greatest masters. At least, when talking about unarmored swordsmen. Musha are not as limited, never mind arrows. When training, even an average Musha can deflect bullets from a gun. This changes, however, when the archer is also a Musha. The velocity of a Musha's arrow far outstrips the most powerful rifles. Even with the enhancements Tsurugi offers, to cut one down in flight is a nearly impossible task. But that is what I must do in order to reach this enemy. Fail, and defeat is certain. I cannot survive another arrow. I may not survive the first. Yaburai it is. What tools do I possess that will allow me to accomplish this miracle? Speed? Reflexes? Visual acuity? No. My physical abilities are purely average, and average will not suffice. Technique, then, is my sole recourse. The Yoshino on Ryu, however, does not teach a form of the Yaburai that applies here. That being the case, I have only one choice, to develop a new technique, now. It is, of course, an absurd proposition. I will almost certainly fail. However, without seizing the slimmest of threads, I will never slay this Sagittarius. Because Sagittarius is a centaur, and centaurs are really good archers. Now you know. And they're flying in the air, and the Sagittarius is a constellation that's in the sky, and they're in the sky. It's like pottery, it rhymes. The cold bite of malice against my skin informs me of death's approach. In less than a second, my enemy will fire. That leaves me with no time to consider the problem from every angle. Go with your gut. cannot formulate a plan until I know what approach to take. I cannot know what approach to take until I consider the options. But time is more precious than air. I cannot waste it on deliberation. Instead, I must decide. Reflect on your past encounters. A wealth of experience dwells in my memory. One of these battles must contain a clue to the answer I need. And it is not the only choice I must make. To unlock the clue, I will need a key. I must also decide where in this battle the key to victory lies. The key and the clue from my past. Assemble these, and the Gaburai will lie within my grasp. So choose, Minato Kageaki, which opponent gave you the clue. Let's see. Teach? Fucking nothing. We got nothing from that. That was just a full stomp. He didn't stand a chance. Ukyo? Pretty much the same. We got nothing about that. Kotaro? Not really, if we're being perfectly honest. Nothing that applies here. Soramachi? No, nothing really either. That was just all fucking, like, internal fucking battle with the self kind of shit. Kanatsu, sorry. Again, no real fucking technique's gonna help with that, other than, you know, I guess dodging the cannon blast, but that's... I don't see it. I mean... Shishiku, maybe. You know, he fought the dirty, like, you know? Really had to scrap and come up with shit on the fly for him, so... Also, you know, it's the most recent, which means it's most, like, fucking plot relevant. Yeah, because look at all those decisions we had to make in that fight, where we know not to trust the sixth sense or hearing, but use our eyeballs. And what is the key to victory? I mean, not your condition, not Muramasa's. Enemies. I was gonna say, like, our eyesight, but the enemy's eyesight, I guess? Oh, yeah, because the worsening weather truly saved us when we were fighting inside. But I guess it's the same fucking shit for every option. I fly towards the target, my course straight and set. The tip of my sword leads the way. Here at the end, I myself have become an arrow, a missile armed with a cruel, gleaming point. That point, aimed at my enemy's eye, has the power to seize control of his senses, to disrupt his focus, as General Otori showed me. Okay, there we're going with it. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, it was definitely your eyesight, because you got all fucking wibbly-wobbly during that fight. And, you know, it was only with your eyesight that you were able to, you know, see a shadow and be able to fucking defeat it. Also, insert song, let's go. But we're doing the thing where, like, you like, put a chicken kind of, like, to the ground, and then, like, draw a line in the dirt in front of it, and it just, like, hypnotizes them, and they can no longer move. Why it does that? We don't really know. Chickens are just dumb. You know, as they say, treat a woman like a chicken, and you'll get everything you want. I know that this is not the field for which this technique was intended. Here in the sky, where the ranges are great and the speed's greater, the only time you can truly observe your enemy is in the moment before he strikes. That is not enough time for the spell to take hold, not for an ordinary Musha. But what if your opponent is not ordinary? What if he possesses a terrifying power? Eyes that can observe me in perfect detail even as I approach an impossible speed across the vastness of the sky. I feel the knight's grasp. At this very moment, my sword is the only thing that he sees. Ignore that he has his arms out in this sprite. Imagine that they're out in front of him instead, holding the sword like they were in the CG. The spell will not last for more than an instant, but that is an eternity. By the time he breaks free, I will be upon him. He must fire now. This is his last chance. But how? He has lost his target. Indeed. If my sword is all that he sees, then that must be his target. And as a target, it will serve. A sword is an extension of my body. To avoid the arrow, I will have to change course or attempt to strike it from the sky. Words are hard. Too many S's. Given that the latter is impossible, all that my enemy has to do is wait until I maneuver to evade. That will break my sword's hold on his senses, allowing him to use his shinogi in full. And that will surely be my end. So my enemy's response is perfectly correct for the present situation. His mistake was letting me create this situation in the first place. He should have fired the instant he cut his engines, before he had time to prepare a reply. It would have not mattered where his arrow was aimed, for he has truly the power to correct its course in flight. Instead, he wasted precious moments bringing his weapon to bear. Don't know why. An archer's pride. If so, it is pride that will kill him. Oh! That's loud. As the arrow streaks towards me, I do not evade. I do not attempt to strike it down. I do nothing, for my faith is strong. I believe in this knight, in his eyes, in his bow. No matter how small his target, he will not miss. Therefore, I need only fly straight, and his bolt will find the tip of my sword. The blade bends, then cracks and shatters, taking all of my right arm with it. But my heart still beats. An ember of life still remains. It's enough. That ember flares and I fly onwards towards my foe. With my remaining hand, I draw my short sword. My enemy, too, has drawn his blade. Does my sword pierce his heart? Does his pierce mine? At the end, I feel nothing. Cross counter? Woo! We got him! We won! Good route, though. I liked it. Did I like it more than Hero route? Maybe. I might have, in all honesty. You know, no offense to the fucking Ichijo there, but I feel this one had just more going on to it, you know? More characters doing stuff. Fucking characters from the main story, the common route involved. Made it feel like it had more substance to it, you know? So, if I'm being perfectly honest, I don't really think Kaine does it for me, you know? It's kind of annoying. I mean, she's a good character, don't get me wrong. I like her. I just don't like her. If you catch my drift. And there's no way to skip past this, is there? That's unfortunate. I guess we're stuck listening to the ED again. I don't really have too much else to say on this route, you know, if I'm being perfectly honest. Like, the whole Genseigo stuff, that just kind of wrapped itself up. maybe it'll be more important in the next route. Definitely one of those things where it's like, this one just kind of has to take a back seat for us to tell the story we want. So it just kind of, resolved itself. In all honesty, it's like, yeah, we fought her at Enoshima, and then that was it. That was like the last we saw of her. She got nuked. We weren't even involved in that. And going by the looks of it, she was gonna expire on her own. So yeah, not a huge internal struggle this route on Kageyagi's part, like about his way and da da da. There was a bit. That's a lie. With encountering the fucking Megazord of the vengeful acquaintances of his victims. But all said and done, that got resolved fairly easily. Like, yeah, he kind of had a bit of a freak out, in the moment. But once it was said and done with, it's like, whoo, man, that was something that happened. That was wild, huh? And it kind of just fucking resolved on his own. He's like, it's fine. Kane's just gonna kill me. Whoo. Deep breaths. I'm trying to think of other things I can say. It was cool how Sayo has a Tsurugi and made me uncomfortable by fucking restoring her youth. It's like, how long does that last for? Is it like a couple hours, or does it just only last until you dispel your Tsurugi? Like, what are the mechanics of that? I need to know. Thanks, Hentai Hospital, for the graphics. That just appeared to me out of the side of my eye. I was just kind of staring off into space, sipping my coffee, trying to think. Are we done? We're not going to do the thing where it's like, okay, that was the main credits, and now for all the tertiary credits for like the outsourced studios and stuff, where it's like 5 times as long as the real credits. And now we get our epilogue, right? Like we did last time, yeah? There we go. Ooh, I was getting worried because I'm like, man, 28 minutes is like a really short video. Snow is falling as I walk the forest path. My pace is slow. It should not feel so heavy when so much of me is gone. Can't let it stop me. I have to keep moving.
ミド、
村正。
ごめんなさい。私はここまでみたい。
ああ。
My partner, who fought beside me to the end, must leave my side at last. My failing strength will not permit me to turn and bid a proper farewell. Instead, I gather what breath I can spare and speak what must be spoken.
ありがとう。
It's like, whew, good thing we survived that. Time to go home to Kaine and get this all wrapped up, huh? I walk on, now truly alone. Every step is harder than the last. My feet are leaden. My sight is dimming. The air is frozen against my skin. I'm clinging to life by a thread. That struggle, the fight to keep my heart beating, is why I am suffering so. It It would be so much easier to give up and die. But I can't. Not yet. Not until I find her. The next thing I know, I'm lying in the dirt. My legs must have given out. I cannot make them move.
ダメだ。
I try again. I have to stand. I do not want to die. Not here.
きっと誰もが
I think of all the people I've killed. Surely, at the end, they all felt the same. Not here. Not now. Not like this. They had but one wish, and I trampled it.
だから
That is why I must go on. I plant my remaining arm and rise, summoning new strength from nowhere to bear me to my feet. A little farther, a little longer. Soon I will reach her side. Otodikaine, my executioner, my nemesis. She will give me the fate I deserve. She will witness my crimes. She will judge me guilty. She will sentence me with a righteous fury. Hers is the blade of justice for those I have slain. There is justice. I want to believe. And to prove it, I must die by her hand.
Huh?
She's there, as I knew she would be.
大義
Please, grant me justice. Do not know if I manage to speak, if she hears my last request. But I feel no fear. She is vengeance incarnate. She will do what must be done. Perhaps my faith in her is strange. I know so little of the workings of her heart. From time to time, she has shown me glimpses of the darkness beneath her skin. Perhaps she is only a monster pretending to be human. It changes nothing. How could it? On that day, she made a promise, merciless and true. She swore to impose upon me a price for which there would be no escape. That is all that matters. So, even if the rest of the world sees her a monster, to me, she's an angel, light from the highest heaven. And so, let me say, Todikaine, thank you with all my heart. Something warm touches my throat. Yes, this is it. The death I have wished for is here. The ending I deserve.
なのに
At the end, the last speck of my soul feels a flicker of disappointment. It should hurt. I should be afraid. Instead, the touch of her blade is so gentle. This is supposed to be my punishment, a death fit for a man like me. If I could have but one more wish, it would only be to suffer. She gazes upon the man who has departed. His expression is content, but for a slightly furrowed brow. It's not an expression he would have worn in life. It makes him look so young. She chuckles softly. She no longer has the strength to speak.
バカな人。
To the very end, he never spared a thought for himself. To protect the woman who had promised to kill him, he fought that same woman and died by her hand. He was a fool.
けれど、
She's the one who made it happen, who, by hiding the truth, wrote her own end as well. Is she any less a fool than he? So be it then. You're both fools. Then, this story is a simple one. Once upon a time, there were two hopeless fools. They fought, both died, and the world went on. The end. She does not fear the encroaching darkness. It is merely a return to the place she began. An oblivion behind you, or is it ahead? The answer, of course, is both. Therefore, desiring life is no different from desiring death. Only the words are different, and Kaine has no interest in such trifles. To her, what matters is that she was true, that she lived and died as Otori Kaine was meant to live and die. By those standards, she could have asked for no better ending. And something tells her that for his part, he would have felt the same. They lived true, they died true. What more can anyone ask for?
ね。
Silently, she speaks to him, knowing he will not answer. Darling, we're both such fools that it killed us. But we didn't have a choice, did we? To die together, each other's nemesis. This is the only path we could walk. What a farce our lives were. What priceless comedy. And yet, now we are all alone. No one is to watch us exit the stage.
だからね。
And you have me. So let us laugh together, my darling. This story, this folly, was ours. Woo, we did it! Oh, it didn't change. Well, it might change the little intro thing there, because last time we finished, it became Masamune, you know, in the big goopy fucking demon form at the end. But yeah, with that, no, it's a short episode, but I kind of gotta like do dishes and laundry, so it. Not gonna lie, it's a little beneficial to me that it's that's a short one. So with that said, once again, I'd like to thank you all for watching. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell. See you guys next time for the next episode of Full Metal Demon Muramasa, where we'll be getting the Conqueror route, I believe. I'll have to double check how to do that if like new choices appear in the story. I think they do. Like in chapter 3, I think. Or 4, I don't know. Whichever one the race was at. I think we're gonna get some extra choices to split the affection meter a little more accurate, not accurately, but a little more evens. That way we don't lose, you know, either of our main female leads. And then, you know, that'll obviously branch things out a little bit. But yeah, I'm gonna say it was a short episode once again, and there's nothing you can do to change that, and I'm not gonna record another one tonight. So, yep, catch you guys later. Bye. Mwah.